Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to your 39th tutorial, and we're almost done with this series, so let's jump right in. Now, today I'm going to talk to you about adding levels and, doing all that kind of stuff. But first, I feel like I didn't really explain the menu tutorial to the maximum depth. So I just want to get in with you about that a little more. Now, yeah, I know we guys like pretty cool. We got like fading buttons and stuff, and you got the credit screen, and you can make different screens. You can make a menu screen, then make a button and have it jump there and everything. What I really wanted to tell you about, or really wanted to tell you or talk about in this tutorial is that you need to get creative with your menus or your game entirely. I mean, menu is like the best example, the best thing you can get creative with. So see, this was like it was like some sort of creativity, even though I did see it in other games and kind of copied what I see. But what I'm talking about is you always you can come up with new ideas, and you can just put anything you want in the menu, because creativity is key for game developing and is key to life, but mainly for game developing and computers, because there's so many people in the industry that are, because they learned it so hard, it's like so deep in their skull that they can't think like outside the box. They can only think like computers. So it's important to stay creative, and if you don't really understand what I'm saying, to get creative with the menu is like, to make all kinds of cool effects. For example, that's just one example. I'm not really thinking outside the box right now, but say I want to just the play button to like move forward when I touch it. You know what? So let's do that. Just to show you what I mean by getting creative with stuff. Alright, so I want it to just whenever my mouse is over it, I want it to both turn red and move like forward. And then when I exit, it moves backwards into position. So what I'm gonna do is, first of all, capture. I want to move it only on the x-axis, like sideways, right? So I'm gonna change it the x-axis. So what I'm gonna do first is capture its x-axis. So first, let's make a variable, private. And I'm just doing free scripting right now. I didn't prepare this at all. I just wanna give you an example of what I mean by getting creative. So I'm going to call this original x. Make it of type float, and it will say its value in the start function. Then we want another private new x of type float. I make these floats because the transform dot position dot x or dot z or dot y, they're all floats, so that's why I make it float variables. And then we want the position modifier, so how much we want to modify this position by. Say we want to modify it by 10 points, so when the mouse is over it, it will go 10 points forward, and when the mouse comes back, it will return 10 points. So we'll just make this variable explode, so you can set it through the script. Or modifier x modifier, whatever you want to call it, is of type float. Let's just set it equal to 10. Well, yeah, let's just set it equal to 10 by default. And then we want the target, which is the current x, the current whether we're the original x and the new x. We want like a target x. So private target, well, target x is of type float. Then we need the start function, because we don't want to capture this information every frame, because that will just make it keep going forward. Alright, original x equals, I can just take this line from right up here. What the hell? Alright, so this is really annoying. So what if I put it right here? Right, this is pissing me off. I'm just gonna do copy paste. There we go. Then new x equals original x plus the modifier, And then we need to set the target because currently it's at 0, and if it was 0 it will take our button to the 0 on X on the start of the game. So target X equals original X. Right? Now on mouse over, target X equals new X. Then we're going to use the event we learned before. Function on mouse exit target X equals original X. Now we want to set target X to, we want to set our position to target X every frame. And I'm going to do this with the smooth damp just like I did for the camera script, because it's really simple and smooth. So mathf dot smooth damp. Oh wait, I forgot to do something. Transform dot position. And just know I'm making this up as I go, so I have a bit of typos. Transform dot position equals transform dot position dot X target X. Oh, and we need a damp variable to use this function. So private damp equals 0.4. I just put 0.4. I don't really know what it means, so, but I know it must be a variable. You can't just put 0.4 here. You gotta be a variable that's set to like something. So yeah, and then put the speed. I'll put it 0.1. Make it pretty fast. You know what? 0.15. Make it even slower. And so yeah, that should set us up quite nicely. And whoops. Unexpected token, original X. Huh. This is weird. On line 3. Why is it? Oh! I forgot the var. Oh, my bad. Forgot the var on all the private variables. Oh my god. That is such a bad mistake. Alright, let's test this out. There. See what I mean by getting creative now? Now I can put this to all my buttons, or I can just continue this tutorial, so that's what I'm going to do. I may put this to all my buttons afterwards. You know, all you have to do is add this line of code, add this line of code, this line of code, and all this at the beginning. You know what? Hell, I'll do it for the credits button, just to show you how you do it. You just paste that in, paste this in, like right under here, and then paste, just copy all this at once, paste this in, and there you go. See that? And what's the nice thing about capturing the position on start is that I can move it and it will still work. So watch this. See? Still works perfectly. Alright, this is one example of getting creative. You can also put like art in here that moves according to your mouse, or you can move the camera. So let me show you what I mean. You know, you can always like take a model of this assault rifle thingy, just position it, reset its position, then put it like way over here. Doesn't matter how forward it is. I don't know, make its rotation like 60, I think. Make it way bigger. 20 by 20 by 20. Actually, you know what? 60 by 60 by 60. There we go. And you can just like put a mouse look script on it. You don't even have to make a new script. You just go component, camera control, mouse look. And if you don't find it in the components, it's in the scripts, camera scripts. Right, and if you don't have it in the camera scripts, you can always import it using import new package scripts package. So that's quite easy. And you know what? I'm gonna only move it on the x-axis. Let's make this, set the maximum values to 60, Make the sensitivity like 3. And there, we got like a gun following our mouse. Well, going the opposite direction, but still. So I hope you get what I mean when I say get creative with the scripts. Why is that so fucked up? -90. Let's just rotate it like that a bit. Well, you know, you get the idea. You can even put a light in here. I want to put a light. There we go. That's nice and shiny. Right, so now you understand what I'm saying. You just need to, you know, put some of your touch in your game, because after all, this is your game. Just think of an idea, think of how to do it, and make it happen. That's all I'm saying. And now continuing with the regular thing I wanted to do in this tutorial, teaching you how to load scenes. Now, first of all, you can't just load scenes from the project folder like it's nothing, like it's a regular asset, because it's a special asset, it's a scene. So what you have to do is go into the file, build settings, and this, I already have these two, I shouldn't have. Alright, so what you should get is like an empty list, alright? Now let me teach you a little about how Unity deals with scenes, alright? It goes to the first scene you have in your hierarchy if you have nothing here. So, if you just export the game, it will add the current scene to the hierarchy and then go to the first scene in the hierarchy. Because let me re-put this. You have here a list of scenes, right? If I drag and drop this, see, you get level 1, and it has an index of 0. If I do add current or just drop in main menu, it has a scene of 1. It has an index of 1. This has an index of 2. You get it? So it has like indexes. You have like scene indexes, and you can switch them around. You should have your main menu is the index 0. So because Unity always looks for the scene with the index with the first lowest index, and then it jumps to it first. So that's what happens when you export your scenes. If you want it to start at level 1, you'll put level 1 at index 0. And for each scene you want to let the player access, you put it in here. If you don't want the player to go to that scene, you don't put it here. That's just like that. I'm gonna put my main menu at 0, and because I want him to access level 1, I'm gonna put it in here. Right? So don't click build or build and run because we haven't done our game yet. Alright, so now what we want to do is go to the play button, and just like we detected the click over here, you know, just copy this code, paste it right here, and then we're going to use the application class again to change the scene. So application dot load level, and this is the command to change the scene. Now here you can either put the index of the scene, which is 1, or you can put the name of it, which is level 1. I'm just going to put the name because it's easier to work with names. And then let me show you what it does. Click play. Bam. We're in the level 1. And yeah, my shooting is off because it raycasts to the mouse, and my mouse is not centered. So make sure you have some script that centers your mouse. No, I'm just going to do it later. So anyways, that's how you change the scene. Let me just check how much time I have. Alright, well, I'll teach you one more thing. Alright, so let's go to level 1. And now say you want the player to finish the level once he gets to a certain object. So now, first of all, we have to make a component that gets to that object. So component, we have to make an object, first of all, excuse me. Let's make an empty object, because we don't really physically need to see it, you know, it just needs to get to the end of the level. And then call it level change, right? Level change. And then we're going to make a new level change script. So create JavaScript level change. Now because you don't want to make a new script for each new level, for it to change for each new level. Just want to make one level change script and make it dynamic. So hold on 1 second. Right, that was less than a second for you. Anyways, so you got your new level change script. Now, first variable you want is what level we're going to. So var level, what's scene basically. Just got used to calling it level from that application class. Make it of type string, which is text. Keep changes. Why is it not highlighting string? String. Oh, it has to be capital string. So make it of type string. And then, or you instead of making it of type string, you can just type level equals, and then empty brackets. And then I think we need the start function. Now all I want to do is check if the player is a certain distance from us, and if he is, change the level. Simple as that. So if game object. Alright, so first let's capture the player. So var player equals game object dot find with tag, of course, player dot transform. One is transform. Actually, you can even just go straight to its position because we're just gonna check a distance. So if game object that, so first of all, var player equals game object dot find with tag player dot transform that position. So we got its position, his position. And now if vector3 dot distance transform that position and player is so say if he gets like within 10 game units of this object, application dot load level, and just put the level variable here. Now you can put the same script for each level and it will change the level. So first of all, let's make a new level so we can change to it. So file, first of all, save this, then file new scene. Let's just make a new, create other new cube, make it of like 50, not 500, 50 by 50, no, actually 150, then duplicate it, rotate it like 90 degrees, put that here, make it on the z-axis 25, then bring it up 25, excuse me, bring it up 25, negative 23 plus 25 is like negative 40, 48 I think, 48, no, let's just put it negative 30. Oh, it's supposed to be less than. Anyways, so just create your level. No, I'm just doing something quick. Alright, great. Just put it like that. And then I'll just put an AI spawn right here. So let's call this level 2. And level 1. Let's put AI spawn in of prefab. You know, you can just drag it and drop in the project folder and makes it into a prefab, which I think is really cool. So make sure the player is applied to the player prefab, which we have right here. Then just go to level 2, save changes. Level 2, put an AI spawn right here, and then put the prefab player right here. Delete this main camera because you have a main camera inside the player. And you know what? Hell, I'll even texture it. Let's put asphalt on the ground, bricks, bricks, and bricks, and more bricks, of course. Let's go into a prefabs. I think we even have a crate prefab. Yeah, let's put a bit of crates. Duplicate. Duplicate. Then so I got crates. Let's just put barrels. Right, put them there. Anyhow, save the scene. Then go to level 1. And let's test what we've made. Alright? First of all, check the level changer is set to level 2 because it's currently set to level. Set it to level 2 so it will actually go there. Level 2. And yeah, blah blah blah. Go to the level, defeat enemies. Yeah, you get the point. Now let's run to the object we made. Whoa. Here we go. And load level 2 could not be loaded because not. Oh, wow, my mistake. We forgot to add it to the build settings. So just add level 2 to the build settings. Make sure menu is still at index 0. And then let's play it. Right? Now if you want to, you can also have that game object, that script, check if the player has defeated all the enemies. But you know, that's not a must. You don't have to do that. If you do want to do that, you can do that on your own. I'm not gonna bother do it. You know, you should think for yourself. And there we go. We're at a new level, and our barrels are not exploding. Anyways, well, you get the idea. So that's all for this tutorial. Make some levels. Hell, even post a video on YouTube to show me how you did them. And I'll see you next tutorial. Bye bye.